they were siphoning money from the central bank for benefit of some private companies. Details in this report.
Reading a ruling on a bail application by the 4 accused persons, Chief Resident Magistrate Patrick Chirwa said the state had failed to give compelling reasons as to how giving bail to the 4 would jeopardize investigations in the matter. On Tuesday, State Prosecutor Levison Mangani had pleaded with the court to remand the suspects for another 14 days to allow the police conclude investigations in the matter. KABAMBE, who handed himself to the police on Monday afternoon, could not hide his excitement after the bail was granted. Pao Nkutabasa is lawyer for second accused in the case, Henry Matanga, and he explains what transpired in the court.
We came for the ruling on bail because the matter was adjourned yesterday, and the court has granted bail to the accused persons, and we'll be coming back to court on the 29th of July. They're required to pay the sum of 5 million kwacha for each of the accused persons, and 2 sureties bonded at the sum of 5 million kwacha each. And they also be required to report to police and to surrender travel documents.
Chief Resident Magistrate Patrick Chirwa has since set July 29 as the date when hearing of the matter would start. The arrest of the 4 followed a forensic audit report which revealed some criminal activities at the Reserve Bank of Malawi.
The Association of Persons with Albinism, APAM, has expressed worry over continued scarcity of protective skin lotions in some parts of the country. APAM President Ian Simbota made the remarks on Tuesday when Emmanuel TV partners handed over assorted items to persons with albinism in Blantyre. Thomas Gachiri has more in this report.
National Coordinator for Emmanuel TV partners, Flora Gondwe, says they decided to reach out to persons with albinism after noting that they are facing a lot of challenges.
We have been looking at our friends up who are involved with the problems of needs for their skin, their upkeep, and also the threat that they have. They're always hiding, they're always away from the public. So we thought it's a way of coming close to them and cheer them up and give them something that they need in their life.
APAM President Ian Simbota says persons with albinism in the country face numerous challenges. He says there is need for more people to come together and assist them. Simbota then thanked Emmanuel TV partners for the donation, adding it has come at the right time when they are faced with skin cancer due to sun exposure.
We are so grateful to Emmanuel TV partners, also Friends of SCOAN, for this gesture, and this is indeed a very good initiative, and it has come at the right time because, as you know, we are finishing June. We'll be talking about July, August, where that also tells you that according to our weather pattern, we are talking about a hot weather that we usually have, and that's the one that stays longer. And if you ask me, I will tell you that one of our biggest challenges has been skin cancer that comes due to this sun exposure.
Meanwhile, FEDOMA's acting executive director, Simon Munde, called on other stakeholders to emulate the gesture.
I think it's a call to other stakeholders that they must be able to come forth and support this particular noble cause. You know that the government is undertaking various interventions to ensure protection of lives of persons with albinism, and some of the things that these people need are taken for granted. But providing such kind of things like those kind of hats, those kind of masks, and even soap itself, and even sunscreen lotion, I think it's a very important thing that will help in protecting the skin of persons with albinism.
Emmanuel TV Partners, which has about 4,000 members, donated the assorted items, which include hats, face masks, and soap, worth 2 million kwacha.
And despite numerous interventions aimed at ending gender-based violence, GBV, cultural practices continue to fuel the malpractices in many rural areas of the country. Mzimba is one of the districts with GBV cases are still being recorded, with others attributing it to lobola, a cultural practice which requires men to pay bride price before marrying a woman. Peshes Lunda has the details.
According to some stakeholders, the situation provides a conducive environment for violence against women as they are taken to stay with their husbands. Lakero Nkandawire is a 40-year-old mother of 4 from traditional authority in Perembe in Mzimba district. Her ex-husband's family paid 15,000 kwacha as lobola, but the husband became abusive when she was only giving birth to girls. Nkandawire failed to leave her abusive marriage because she was told to return the lobola money but could not afford as she was jobless. She still wants to leave the marriage, but she is stuck.
Lobola is a burden because I can't get married now without giving back the cattle my family got from my previous marriage.
Grace Muntali, 38, is another GBV survivor. Initially, she was failing to leave her marriage as she was taught to persevere, considering that she had 4 children with a man.
I was stranded because I was jobless with 4 kids.
These are some of the many cases women who are sticking to abusive marriages face due to cultural barriers. However, Action Aid Malawi through the Spotlight Initiative has started addressing the challenge to help reduce cases of GBV in 5 traditional authorities in Mzimba district. Spotlight Initiative Program Project Officer at Action Aid, Leah Katuya, said they are engaging traditional leaders to formulate bylaws aimed at protecting women and girls from gender-based violence.
So in this forum, they discuss some of the harmful practices inflicting harm to the girls, and at the end of the day, we reach a consensus.
On his part, Mzimba North Social Welfare Assistant Benjamin Kozalimo said initiatives being introduced to end gender-based violence have started yielding results. Action Aid has this far reached out to 720 girls and 120 survivors of gender-based violence in Mzimba North.
Has teamed up with journalists from different media houses to help fight sexual harassment in the country. This follows a report that over 900 girls have been defiled between January and May this year. Tembeka Kumalo reports.
The Commission says the war against gender-based violence is one that cannot be done by them alone, but by partnering with stakeholders that can help them in the fight. Commissioner Chikondi Chijozi said partnering with journalists in the fight against sexual harassment will help spread the word about these abuses.
I have an important role to ensure that we bring out these issues to the public. Not only that, but also to raise up the voice of the victim, to ensure that the issues that are being done in private, they come out in the public, and those perpetrators, they actually face justice. And that's why we thought it is important that we train the media. They understand how to report on these issues, because reporting is also very important.
She said there is a need to treat these cases as not mere numbers, but people who need to be advocated for by finding out the root causes of sexual harassment.
Who are here are not just going to look at these issues as numbers, because this is work for the media to say, where is the problem coming from? How can we address the problem? Because it's not enough to say we have 900 plus. These are children, these are women that have been victimized. Their lives have changed completely. But we need to go back and say, what is causing this problem? Engage with the people in the rural areas, understand the origin of the problem in the domestic setup, in the workplace. And what are we all doing about this? Because it's not enough just to say we have these numbers, but what are we doing? We all need to play a role. That's all I'm saying.
MHRC organized a training program for journalists on how to handle sexual harassment cases in the country, which was sponsored by UNDP through the Spotlight Initiative.
You're watching news on Times Television, TTV, and Times 360 Malawi Facebook page. We'll be back after this short break.
If there's one thing that all soaps do, it's wash. From buckets to basins, bathrooms to streams, and everything in between.
All soaps wash.
Yes, but Protex is different. Its reinvented formula with flaxseed oil boosts your skin's natural anti-germ defenses by 10 times more, protecting you against 99.9% of germs. So what keeps us healthy?
Protex!
Good health starts here.
The summer of soccer is here, and becoming a Premier Bet soccer hero is all about making the right selections. It's time to trust your natural instincts, to believe in yourself, be brave. Because there's the Premier Bet jackpot of $100,000 for the taking. So never give up. Bet now and receive up to a 250% win bonus. Premier Bet Soccer Hero. It's all in the selections.
Do your gums hurt?
Yeah.
Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile?
All that in one toothpaste?
Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums.
Ah, Colgate Herbal.
Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
Welcome back. You're watching news at 8 on Times Television, TTV, and Times 360 Malawi Facebook page. Kamuzu University of Health Sciences has started installing solar systems to reduce energy cost and pollution of the environment. The first system has been installed at the Blantyre Clinical Research Facility, which will be providing a wide range of training, clinical service, and world-class research services in cardiovascular and non-communicable diseases. Team leader for the Blantyre Research Facility, Mwapasa Mipando, speaks to reporter Martin Pili.
It came about when we started thinking of having an exemplar, because we know that in the laboratory we have machines, we need to use a lot of energy, but we thought we need also to be environmentally sustainable, and at the same time we needed to be environmentally friendly. So we wrote another grant, Professor Paul Garside from University of Glasgow, myself, and a colleague from Botswana, Eunice Ntombezi, where we applied to the Scottish Funding Foundation, and they gave us money, as I said, £63,500, and it is that money that we engaged our colleagues from Botswana who have this experience of installing, to install the state-of-the-art facility, at the same time to use that particular grant to train Malawians. Our hope is that it will be an exemplar of the kind of sustainable facility where environment is protected. At the same time, we do think that in the grant we wanted to use this as a way of saving money, because it will be running on solar power, solar energy, and the money that we could have used maybe for paying ESCOM or whoever is there to provide power, we'll use it for other activities for our institution.
The Malawi Bureau of Standards, MBS, says so far Malawi is doing well in adhering to the set standards of both locally and imported products. MBS Director General Simon Mandala said this on Wednesday when he donated Malawi Standards document to Natural Resources College in Lilongwe. More in this report.
A standard is a document established by consensus of relevant stakeholders such as manufacturers, government, academia, importers, and consumers. Mandala says standards are very important to the national economy by, among others, ensuring that the consumer and the environment are protected. The NBS Director General further indicates that higher learning institutions can also use the documents for research purposes.
If you are to send goods to another country, first of all, there must be test certificates that indicate that this product is conforming to standards. And therefore, we need trade facilitation, we need standards, but also consumer protection. the products that we use, we as consumers, including yourselves, they must be meeting standards.
Moses Chinyama is Natural Resources College Director.
These standards are very crucial, very critical indeed, because we are training students that need to develop products, for example. They need to understand how products are developed, how safe these products should be, what should go into these particular products, and therefore the reference material to the standards that we have as a country is very important.
On Monday this week, MBS also donated Malawi standards to Malawi Adventist University.
And Airtel Malawi has announced the return of the Airtel Top 8 Cup. The company's managing director, Charles Kamoto, made the announcements on Wednesday at Lions Hotel in Blantyre. Williams Gondwa has filed this report read by Elita Soko.
Kamoto says the competition sponsorship has been increased from 198 million kwacha to 234 million kwacha for a period of 3 years. He also announced that champions will be pocketing 17 million kwacha, up from 15 million kwacha.
We are an open-minded sponsor. We have from our side, first is the package that we have changed. The winning team goes with 17 million from 15 million, and these times I think that's quite a jump in the prize money, and we hope it will excite the players and the teams. This opportunity now to watch these games over data, so our customers have a lot of ways to be excited about this sponsorship in their own comfort, to their own liking.
In his remarks, Football Association of Malawi President Walter Nyamilandu praised Airtel Malawi for the continued support, despite the country being hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. Nyamilandu said the tournament will kick off in November.
For us, it means we've been able to retain all our main sponsors, which augurs well with our plans, our plans to continue investing in the game and making the game more exciting.
Kaunda, winner in Katabe Central constituency. Drama in Parliament over presumptive tax bill. And in other news, court grants bail to former Reserve Bank Governor Daliso Kabambe. Remember, you can get more on these and other stories by visiting our website www.times.mw, liking our Facebook page Times 360 Malawi, and following us on Twitter at Times 360 Malawi. Remember to wash your hands regularly, observe social and physical distance, and mask up. Please stay safe. You've been with me, Wanderer Sisia. Continue watching the rest of the programs. Good evening.